Hello. Welcome to Arms and Bells. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And this is the Kettlebell workout. It is August, or whatever day it is when you're watching this. And we've decided for the next couple weeks to just do some workout practices, taking all the skills we've learned over the past 7 months. Can you believe that?
I can.
And put them together in some 30-minute-ish, plus or minus a few minutes, workouts.
Sounds good.
So enough of this chit chat. We have our bell off to the side. We'll get body weight going first, and then we'll get into that nice and efficient workout. Let's go.
Sounds good. So starting with the head, neck, figure 8 shapes, and we'll replicate those shapes then with the rib cage as well. So the hands can be at the sides or just lightly behind the back. And at the head, chin tuck, start by crown of head high or chin low, flexing the neck. Then I'll look to the right, tracing that clavicle or collarbone, to look at Lauren in this case, or up the wall. And then at the wall of the ceiling, and then when I'm in the middle, I'll return back down through the middle. That's that chin tuck towards that sternum or center chest bone. Then go the other way. So look out to the left this time for me. Then I'll look up the wall. Then I'll find the middle. I'll do my chin tuck again. My crown goes high and my chin resets on the horizon. Repeating the other direction, extension first. So looking up towards the ceiling first. Then rotate to look at a wall. Go down the wall. Chin towards the clavicles. Find the middle. Lightly extend on the neck, looking up with the head. And then one last rotation to the other side, down the wall, the chin tuck, find center, and just gently resets on the horizon. For the next bit, I do like to take my hands across the body and lightly retract the shoulder blades, and we'll repeat those similar actions with the rib cage or T-spine. Shoulder blades start together, initiate with a gentle chin tuck forward, and then that rounding or flexing shape of the spine next. Then it's a rotation, an up and over side bend to the back corner, and then find that center position and go right back down the middle, that flexion forward. Then we'll rotate the other way. Then we'll side bend to that back corner and go up and over till our center bone chest lines up with our belly button, and then pull back down and reverse that action. Keep the chin tuck as to avoid using the head neck too much, but we have an extension or lean back, then a rotation, a side bend to the back corner, and a circular shape from the back to the side to the front. Then pull down on the abs as we extend through the upper back, and then rotate one last time the other direction, a side bend, and then that rotation, circular shape to forward, pull down abs, test that shield as we extend through the spine, and then relax. One more thing from standing for me, and then we'll throw it over to Lauren for a little extended warm-up on the ground. Arm excavator time, imagining the presses and the cleans and those racked positions with our kettlebells. Start with the palms forward, lightly shrug the shoulders, and then anti-shrug those shoulders or pull those lats down. Then make fists with the fingers, then bend the wrists, knuckles forward, and gently bend on the elbows. If we were in a goblets position, knuckles would face each other. If we're in our kettlebell rack position, pinkies and knuckles to the ceiling. Shrug our shoulders here again, and then armpits pull down, and keep the armpits low as you flex the shoulder, meaning, in this case, elbows point forward. Return the elbows to the rib cage. Initiate this next move with the fingers first. When the fingers are out of room, extend on the wrists. When the wrists are out of room, extend on the elbows. And then with a light retraction of the shoulders, extend the shoulders next, meaning reach behind. Then for the last repetition here, make light fists. Then bend the wrists, knuckles facing forward. Then our biceps curl next. Armpits low, out front, and then finish with the fingertips pointing to the back wall. Then the wrists extend. Then the elbows extend, and the shoulders also extend, returning the arms to your sideline, and a little bit of a shake and wiggle. There could be way more movements that we do as that bodyweight warm-up from the upper body, but that's a nice test to check in on how you're feeling. Let's continue with Lauren on the floor. Take it away.
I always like to warm up those lunges because I always like doing get-ups. So let's take a single leg and step it back behind us. First, let's start in this high position. We're up on our back toe. Our front shin is fairly vertical. Let's squeeze that back cheek, gently extending the hip. Even maybe place your hand on the front of that hip flexor. So it's nice and flat, it's pointed down towards the floor. Let's keep it pointed down towards the floor, but squeeze your butt cheek and then gently try to straighten your knee. That doesn't mean drive your heel back. It means keep your hip extended and try to extend the knee. And then relax and sink into that a little bit. Let's try it one more time. Keep the cheek squeezed, the hip extended. Slowly try to straighten that knee. And it might not straighten, but that's okay because you're fighting for that hip extension. And then we'll bend the knee and we'll slowly pull ourselves down into our nice lunge. From here, we'll stay here for a second and do one more hip extension drill where we keep it extended. We'll drive down on that front leg, pull ourselves forward. And now the key to this is as we push back, we keep that nice and flat. So we're meeting ourselves up tally tall. From there, we'll heel toe the leg to the side. We'll hike that side hip up, and then we'll pull it down. Now we'll drive down on this side leg and pull it in. Again, keep that butt cheek squeezed forward, but let's drift knee towards over toe. Try not to break this line, so try not to bust into that triangle position here, but keeping the hip extended and then pushing the floor away all the way back up to tall. One rotation from here, arm across chest, same as side leg, blades together. Head and shoulders, so thorax will rotate towards that side knee. Then we'll hinge on the hips, place the hand on the floor, restack ourselves over top of the hand. Our head and shoulders will again rotate towards the floor. Try to keep that shoulder blade back behind you so it's the rotation through the spine. Then head and shoulders will open again. We'll press the floor away. We'll rotate our core back to center. And then we'll heel toe the leg to center. Let's this time lift that front heel up. Now with the front heel lifted, can you push forward and back and find a hover position off the floor? And then push and find the mid station. We'll put the front heel down. We'll push off the back leg. Boom, up together. Shake it out. Let's repeat the same actions on the other leg. We'll go back into our high position. Hand on front of leg, squeezing cheek, extended hip. Right now our back knee is slightly bent and we're going to gently try to straighten it, but maintain that hip extension. 3, 2, relax. Maybe sink a little bit lower, doesn't have to be far. Front shin vertical, squeeze cheek. Slowly think about straightening back knee, but fighting for that extension. Whew. And then bend. Slowly descend, pulling the floor together as you come down. One more extension here. We pulled that front leg in and we drifted forward. Again, it doesn't have to be far. Shoulders stay on top of the hip and then gently push yourself back to tally tall. Heel toe that leg out to the side. I'm not going to say that X word because I've said it so many times, but pull in, keep it, and then gently drift ourselves over. And one more time back to tall. Good. Same arm as side leg across your chest. Head and shoulders, think that core rotation. Hinge on hips. Hand finds floor. Stack yourself back. Head, shoulders rotate at the same time or T-spine rotates closed. Then we'll gently open it back up. Press the floor away. Use your core to pull yourself back. Heel toe to the front of the room. Lift the front heel. Good. Push forward and back to mid or to hover. To mid. Heel down. Push through to tall. Just a little variation on that.
It's always the same, but a little different here.
That's right. Now, the time you've all been waiting for, the time to touch our kettlebell. So we each have one kettlebell here. For this whole practice, depending on you and your body, you might switch between bells. Right now, we're going to warm up with a get up each side, followed by some single arm swings to get us rocking.
Sounds good. Those get ups, they always start with that cuddle. So get your hand position just where you like it. Cuddle, roll, and press with 2 hands. Get up stance and drive the hip. Hit the tall sit. Bridge and sweep that leg. Press the floor away. Square up the lunge, that tall effort to stand, and then pull yourself down in the lunge again. Open in the windmill, rotation through that thorax, like Lauren said, and then sit tall. Find the elbow, find the ground, and then return it to the floor. Repeating on the other side. So, other side, here we go. It's a cuddle, the breath, and we're up to the get-ups position. We'll drive the hip onto the elbow, sitting tall, and then bridge and sweep. Sweep the leg, press the floor away, square up the lunge, finish in that tall stand, and then pull it back down. You might be going fast, you might be going quick, but here we are in that windmill for those of us who are here, and then sweep through, find the elbow, push off the elbow, return to the ground, and then very strict rules on that get up protocol with the bell, and now make it up, and maybe even make it up to standing without those hands.
All right, so we have a combo coming to you towards the end of this practice, but first we must warm up that combo and break down the skills. Our first move is going to be our single arm swings. Let's do that little warm up we like, which is 1 hike pass, 2 stop swings, 3 continuous. Behind your bell, hip hinge, grip with one hand, tip. Pull to zipper, park. Pull swing, through park. Repeat again, pull swing, through park. Now 3 swings in a row. Pull, swing 1, 2, 3, park bell, up without. Same
Shake,
thing.
wiggle. Same
Second
thing.
side. Hike, park, pull, swing, park. Again. And now 3 continuous. Park. Whew.
Love those one-arm swings. The shield in those abs is working over time. The shoulder pack is there. And on the swing, we want that out front. On the clean coming up, we're gonna tighten that up and keep it nice and tight to the body. But before we clean, it's time to get back down and get up. So maybe no hands, maybe work on that pistol squat down, or make it easy for yourself. And Lauren, how about you cue us through some nice get-ups again here?
All right, it starts in the cuddle. We'll roll to our side and we'll press, and I'm gonna throw something at you here. With one arm here, keeping a vertical forearm, could we pull that bell down? Elbow gets close to the floor, and then press that bell up.
Ooh, I love a floor
Nice.
press.
Let's go to our elbow. Let's go to our hand. If you'd like, either stay here and look at your bell or try to press from here. It's a small rotation, still a vertical forearm. Good. A bridge, a sweep. We'll get to the lunge position, squaring up our legs. Let's press it one more time. Pull down, press. Watch out for the wobbles. Stand up tall. One more press from here. Pull down, press bell. Let's do a regular get up down. Step back lunge. Leg opens. Rotation hinge. Sweep. Elbow. Back. 2 hands. Bell comes down.
Nice.
Cuddle. Ooh, good. That was a surprise to Ian.
I do like surprises, particularly when they're pressing surprises. I always like that. So we'll be doing the same thing. Cuddle, roll, press, and then 1 floor press from the ground. So get to that get up stance, take a breath, pull the elbow to the floor, and a effort to push. Now drive the hip. Tall sit. As Lauren said, either stay here looking at your bell or pull down into the rack and press from there. And then we'll bridge and sweep and square up our lunge, and the same effort here to pull to rack and press. Then stand tall, and one more time, practicing time under tension, grooving that press as we then drop back down into our strict get up down, windmill, sweep, sit tall, find the elbow to the ground, 2 hands down, and then that no-handed get up.
All right.
Sit, squat, stand, we're back up to then continue that work on the clean.
So we worked on our single arm swings last time. Let's do the same routine, but with our cleans. Again, it'll start with a hike pass because that's the same beginning. Hike pass, 2 stop swings, 3 continuous, hike pass, 2 stop cleans, 3 continuous cleans. Behind. Ready, grip, tip, pull, park. Now clean to rack, use your hips, through park. Repeat again. Pull clean, through park. Now, 3 continuous. Pull, rack, back through to hike, rack, one more time, rack, keep it tight to the body through, park. Whew. Shake it out. Same thing, second side. Hinge grip, tip, pull park. Stop clean, 2. Rack, through park. Repeat. And park, 3 continuous. Using the hips to get that bell to the rack position, guiding the bell up our body, loose but firm grip. Park the bell, up without.
That's it. There's one more get up to do before that one last combination movement being the squat. But let's focus on the get up first. Let's start that actually from the top down. That way we do get in that extra series of presses as well. So set up behind that kettlebell. I use my cheek clean grip and I'll hike it. I'll clean it to the rack and a press. And then from here, it's a leg you can touch that drops, open to that windmill, hand to the floor, sit tall, find the elbow to the back, and repeat one last time. Drive the hip up, tall sit, bridge and sweep, press the floor away, square up the lunge, stay tall for a little bit longer, perhaps one press. Up from there, back to the rack.
And then hold it in rack.
Okay.
Another surprise.
Oh.
Adjust your feet to that squat stance. Elbow stays in tight. Let's practice our squat here. Pull yourself down. And then up to tall. Adjust your stance through park. I thought I'd consolidate our squat practice there.
Sneaky, sneaky, but I like it. So doing the same thing other side. A press at the top, a get up, down, and up, and a little extra squat rep once we're there. Hike it to that rack, press full body tension, and drop down in the lunge. Open up in the windmill, find the floor, sweep, elbow to your back. Practicing time under tension here now as you drive. Sit tall, bridge hips, press the floor away, square up the lunge and stand tall. It goes down into the rack and up, and then back into the rack. Adjust your stance. And again, a nice controlled repetition of a squat. Up, stand tall, and return it. So now all those pieces of the workout here have been introduced as part of that extended warm-up, where in the workout now we will.
So this workout will be performing a little bit of a ladder series here of a clean, a squat, and a press. They are 3 distinct movements. So I don't want to see, even though I can't see, I don't want to see your squat blend into your press. Stand up from your squat fully and then press the kettlebell. Now this little push press ditty here. So what we'll be doing here is we'll be doing I go, you go as our usual round. I go 2s, 2 cleans, clean, clean, squat, squat, press, press. Ian does his other arm. Back and forth, 2s, 3s, 5s, because 2 plus 3 equals 5.
Nice little ladder
and
there.
And then 3, 2. Okay, so let's get started. Team Lauren, first arm, clean, clean, squat, squat, press, press.
2 cleans. If the workout is a little bit not your speed today because you didn't sleep well last night, or you're just picking this up as your first bars and bells practice, perhaps just pick a position. It could be the overhead position, it could be the rack, or even just go back to some of those barbell basics like the deadlift.
All right, Team Ian, first arm here. So it's a clean and a clean. Good. Adjust your stance to that squat and pull yourself down. No, just letting gravity do it. And then please feel free to adjust your stance to press from. I personally press from a little bit narrower stance than I squat. So take your time in between, but try not to do 50 little baby steps.
Be decisive in those movements, but be very committed to whatever you choose, but also flexible enough to make those arrangements if you want it to be a little bit differently. 2 cleans go by pretty quick. That's already 2 squats, and now it's 2 presses. It's the strong side and the stronger side for Lauren there, and we're getting ready to do both sides again.
All right, Team Ian, second arm, 2s again. What we like about this I go, you go is it's that equal work to rest ratio, or it should be. Your partner and you, or one of us, is working and one of us is resting. So make sure you take that rest time. You don't need to work the whole time. No need for that. All right, it's threes though.
Twos. So now it's on to those threes. So it's a clean, followed by a hike pass clean, and then one more clean. Maybe adjust your stance. In Lauren's case there, it's just the slightest turnout, but it's not just from the ankles, it's that turnout from the hips to confirm with the feet ankles. And then now we're on 3 presses. That's already 2. One more time. And then it's our turn. Let's do it. 3s.
All right, 3s here, 3 cleans. When you're cleaning that bell, you need a firm grip because you don't want to let it go. But you also need that light grip to avoid that plop over. So practice that. When you're in your squats, the elbows in tight, you're holding that $1 million bill in there, trying to maintain the vertical forearm. And when you're pressing, you're using your whole body. It's not just your shoulder, it's your butt cheeks, it's your abs. Use all the muscles.
The core tension. The shield we talked about in the warm-up, those abs. The shield extends to the back with the butt cheeks too. That's 3 cleans, Team Lauren, and now it's on to 3 squats. Whew. So in between, we want to shake it off. Shake it off. Like T Swift. Oh yeah. But if not, you just want to stay loose, maintain your breathing. But if you're Lauren, you're exerting, exhaling on those efforts like presses. Let's do it.
3s down.
3s.
Team me in here, a set of 3. So that light, firm grip, tight up the body like you're doing up your winter coat. If you need more review of your cleans, over the past 4 semesters, we've worked on our cleans. So go back and check out one of those playlists and follow us through the breakdown of those. Here we go, we're finishing up our 3 presses here, and then it's our biggest set yet, 5 of everything, which really means 15 reps. Well, kettlebell.
Amazing. So it'll be 5 repetitions of the clean. It might be hard to hear, but Lauren has a very firm grip once it's in the rack, but a flexible grip, allowing her to get from that hike pass up into that rack position. Listen to your own hands, you might hear a little jump. But now, the bell is secured in that rack position by keeping that shoulder blade squeezed back. And the off hand can do multiple things for balance. Just don't let it get on the leg. I think that's our 5. And now up to those 5 presses. The presses become the hardest thing because you've been under that kettlebell the longest. Maybe on your own, switch those orders if you're finding the pressing easy and the squatting hard. The last one that's the hardest, in this case, is the press. Looking awesome, Lauren. Let's do it.
All right, team me in.
5.
5s. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to time this set to see how much time we spend underneath the bell when we do 5 of these in a row. If you're off with me, I'm shaking it out. I'm letting that arm go that just did all the work. Letting it all jiggle about so it can recover and get tension again in a couple seconds. Team Ian is finishing up 5 squats. Here we go, 5 presses. Use that breath. Use that off-arm tension. If it's getting heavy, maybe hold it in that rack position while Ian finishes his 5, just so you can keep that duration or that time under tension. Just so you know, that was 20, less than a minute, 40 seconds.
Nice. I was gonna say, it felt more than 20 seconds, but time does go by quickly. We're very quickly coming up on that half-hour practice here. Those little bits, very specific efforts can culminate in sweet practices like this. And that's already the clean section, so now Lauren's on to those squats. I haven't taken my time to just relax, so shake it out. Check out the form, looking awesome. Elbow tips are pointing to the ground, rack position nice and tight. And gets a breath in on the down, and then an exertion on the up. You can hear Lauren do the same. That's 3. So as Lauren finishes those reps, we'll get set up, and we'll do the same thing now on the other side. There you go. Nice job.
Whew.
Clean, clean, clean
Nice
for
work.
5.
So we're staying loose in between. Well, Team Ian works 40 seconds. We know we get a 40-second break here, so live it up. Shake out the legs. Shake out the cheeks. Shake out the abs. That's harder. And the arms. Maybe a little weeble wobble up there too. After this set of 5, it's all going to feel downhill. We're going to go back to the number 3s, followed by the number 2s. Team Ian 5 presses. Drive through that pinky side. Use your off arm. Root your feet. Squeeze your cheeks. Think of your breath. Oh, do it all for maybe one-ish more rep. And then park it with control. We're down to 3s.
3s. Feels so nice by the time we come back down, but hopefully we're feeling fresh enough, but also challenged. As my heart rate starting to elevate here, and we're checking out that nice squat position for Lauren. That's 3 already. Now it's time for those presses. And Lauren, again, great in a great way here. Finish the squat rep, full extension knees, and then started to move. Very, very strong. Avoid moving in between those movements.
Those movements. Smooth movements.
3s. 1.
Good things in all aspects of your life, those smooth movements. All right, squats here. Now, I'll give you a little tip of the trade. Anyway, when you're pressing this kettlebell, if you get tired and you need to rest somewhere in your press, rest with the kettlebell locked out overhead. That's going to be much easier and a little bit less energy than it would be to rest in that rack position. As soon as you hang out in that rack position too long, it's going to get stuck. Whew.
Early in the warm-up, Lauren suggested that strict press versus the push press. The elastic energy can definitely help your lifts, but in this case, make it harder by holding that position more strictly. And by the same token, it's harder again if we're low. So if you need rest, as Lauren suggested, hold it up overhead. But Lauren is a champ. She doesn't need rest. It's me that often needs more rest, but here we go today for 3s.
All right, team in. One more set of 3s, and then we take out a rep. Woo-wee. Keep your form. I'd rather see, again, I can't see, but I'd rather think that you're going to do less reps and do them better than do more reps ugly. Get those ugly reps out of here. Finish on nice, clean ones with full power and finishing it with as perfect form as you can for today. All right.
That's 3.
One more round, 2s.
And 2 comes after 3 as we went up to 5 and back down to 2. So it's a clean and a clean, a slight adjust of the stance for also 2 repetitions of our squat. And they're probably feeling a little more tired, but they're not looking any different than what we started. Start strong and finish stronger, just like team captain Lauren right there.
All right. I felt great. No problem. Yeah, I just did 2s. I hope I didn't count wrong. 2s only for you out there. One more set of 2 presses on this arm. We're staying loose. We're shaking it out. We're getting ready. One more set of 2s here.
Last set. So shake it out, as Lauren said. We're almost there. It hopefully is one of the harder sets, but also a nice rewarding set that it feels like you could do more, because we'll be back next week, 4 o'clock on Tuesdays, to add to our variety or variations with our kettlebell here as we clean, squat, press, snatch, get up, and that's about it.
But not all at once.
Not all at once.
All right, last set here for Team Ian. Finish it up. 2 strong. Reps. Oh my goodness, my counting, I'm getting distracted by talking here. I've done both sides. This is it. This is the final set. Last 2 presses here. And nice. Place that bell down. Let's finish with a little breath. Hands on belly, hands on chest, hands on diaphragm, rib cage, wherever you like them to be, or at your side staying loose. Let's take a nice breath in. Thinking about expanding 360 degrees. And exhale. I like to place my hands here because I can feel that diaphragm, rib cage open, lift, whatever you'd like to call it, and exhale. I think it actually does the opposite, but let's not worry about it right now. Inhale, fill, and exhale. One of my favorite things I learned lately is, can you get one side to expand more than the other? Let's do our right side. Here we go. Breathe into the right side. And exhale. And now let's breathe into that left side. And exhale. Harder on my left. Let's do it one more time. Right side. And exhale. And left side. And exhale. One more time. Big inhale. A holding of the breath for 4. An exhale for 4. I'll hold empty for 4. And relax.
Awesome. Just over a half hour and just right for today. It's that first of 5 strength and swing inspired kettlebell workouts here, live on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and in the archive thereafter.
Thanks for joining us. We hope that these workouts carry over into your daily life, making life a little bit easier because you're a little bit stronger. On Thursday, we're finally finishing that semester 4. It's been a wild and crazy summer. We've been out biking and enjoying the outdoors. So we're a little bit behind, but on Thursday, we'll be finishing our bar class with some push-ups. And on Saturday, we promise we'll be finishing our body weight series too. So stay tuned for that. And then again, those will progress into some workouts to finish out the August month. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, take care.
Stay strong.
And let's do this again soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.